In this video, while we hoped we would have a peaceful day, we end up instigating an animal rescue.
I know, help's coming.
And unfortunately, I take a fall.
Me?
Stupid idiot, you're going to be filthy.
I am filthy! We've seen a lot of buildings like that in our time, but I have never seen one that's so intricate.
But it's made up with the fact that we find a great park-up spot on the banks of the River Seine that streams a constantly changing view. Welcome to the channel. That's Harry, our campervan, and that's me, Jane, and here's Stu, and we love to share with you our van life adventures. We left you in the last episode having had a really challenging night dealing with a leak from the skylight in Harry, and it could very well have been the end of the trip. But luckily Stu managed to perform a temporary fix, and that's allowed us to make the decision to continue.
To be honest, we're a little tired too this morning, so we head to the nearby town of Arques-La-Bataille, where we had hoped for a peaceful walk around the historic streets. But that didn't quite turn out that way, as you will see.
I'm starting to really need to wash my hair now. I can start to feel it sticking to my head. So that'll be today. It's quite easy to do in the van. We've progressed from a USB shower and a bucket. We've tried all sorts, but do you know what? You just get a bottle and put it over your head, basically. We've got a better power bank on this trip, which means I can use my hairdryer. It's a rotating hairdryer. And it's quite low wattage, I think, in comparison to some hairdryers.
It's less than 700 watts, which is the key thing for this power bank I've got. I think it's about 650, so...
When were you in on the conversation?
I'm just making sure I put the right technical input, because that's what people need to know. It's just a bit okay on the power. What does that mean?
Well, okay, tell us what's...
No, you just told me.
No, you said. Go on.
It's less than 700 watts, which is what this device is, and that's quite a good... It's about, I think when I power it on, it's about 650 watts it uses.
That was meant to be just a quiet stroll.
It turned out to be more of an adventure, so
it didn't turn out quite as we expected.
So we decided to go to the local village centre from where we parked, because I'd seen there was a castle there, and obviously that was linked to the Henry IV history that we'd learnt about. So we came up into the village, but got parked up. We were a bit further away than I thought we were, and there was a large church there. It was actually a larger church than I'd expected, almost, for the size of the town. So it was obviously quite an old historic town, and I think that came across when we were walking around, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was all bricked up in places and it looked like it wasn't used, but I did ask a local and it is used.
Yeah.
So I said, I can't believe we were sat in the sun yesterday. So much care put into their plants.
There was a monument for the children.
Clear. Yeah, sure. I don't know if it was their children of the village that went to war. I'll have to look up.
So you could tell it was a very old place. There was all the old chateaus, old buildings. Yeah. It was quite a communal place, because the kids, you could hear the kids in the background, which was quite sweet. Quite sweet, that, yeah. Wasn't it? Yeah.
It's lovely. Wherever we've been able to hear the children.
So we walked around and we were trying to find the castle. I got a bit disorientated to start off with, and we came up to the castle, and it's a really impressive castle, to be honest. It's an impressive size. It's undergoing refurbs, so you can't unfortunately go inside it.
Which is such a shame, because it's absolutely huge. It's actually nice to see something in its raw state.
So you can see the ramparts, how high they are up around the surrounding land, so it would have been easy to defend. I'm guessing what they'd have just dug this out, put it here as a defence. So you got to get up over this, you got to get down there, you got to get up there, which would have been tiring to say the least. And as we walked in around the edge, you'd read that there were sheep, on which I hadn't seen the sign, to be perfectly honest. We came across, I could hear this bleating. So there's no access to the public. I thought it was a goat. Jaden said it was a sheep. And in fact, it's a sheep. It looks like he wants to move, but he doesn't want to. He's a bit of a wimp. He didn't want to go down. I thought it was a goat to start off with. So, and Jane was right, it was a sheep.
Yeah, and I said it looked stuck, and Stu's like, well, it got itself up there, it can get itself down. And we started to walk on, and I was like, oh, he looks like he's struggling.
And I zoomed in then with the right in. So he's bleating because I can now see he's stuck on the briar, look. Oh, right, I've got to go and do some better.
Well, we've got to just go and tell somebody. Stu's walked back. I didn't think he sounded right, and he did look like he was trying to... He didn't know what to do. Oh, I feel guilty. I know, help's coming. Oh, how long he's been there, more to the point. I think what's happening, just watching him for a few minutes, is that he's twisting himself round, which is actually probably twisting his fur even more. He's twisting round, and I think he's twisting his fur even more.
Yeah, no, it needs cutting off. I spoke to the people, the man and the woman that were speaking. I did them translate, so...
What did they say?
Thank you. So I presume they may go and tell the farmer who owns it. So I think that's something to do with the renovation of this. I'd go up there if I was allowed and just pull it off to me.
I know, but you mightn't be able to because, like you say, I think it needs cutting off.
I obviously told the people that they were going to sort it. I think they were going to get the workmen round anyway at some point. We were still concerned about it. We carried on walking around the castle because we want to take more pictures. We saw the rest of the herd, the rest of the flock of sheep basically. His mates are just round the corner, but they don't care, I think. So this is obviously the Tom Cruise of the sheep world. But then I saw the guy coming to have a look, obviously, so I left Jane at that point.
As you can see, I'm now dressed in something different than when I started off, because when Stu went back to the man, I thought I'd walk up and get a really good shot of the sheep. Oh my bloody God. Talk about the sheep. It was like a slide. It was really steep. It was claggy and clay. My feet are already wet because my trainers aren't waterproof. And I went down on my backside. I have literally just slid all the way down. I don't know why I'm laughing. Oh, I don't know how I managed to stop myself. I couldn't get up, which is the worst thing. I had to wait for Stu, because every time I tried to stand up, I just kept sliding further. And the worst of it was, right at that time, my 93-year-old mother rang me because she was having a problem with a Ring doorbell. You know, I'm like, I really can't talk to you right now, Mum. And it's weird because that black dress that I was wearing, the only time I've worn, well, the time I wore it before was when we ended up going potholing in New Zealand on our fronts, and I was covered in clay then, so that dress is absolutely cursed. I wonder at what point Stu will realise I'm not taking a rest. I can't get up, it's so slippy.
So I started to walk back to Jane at that point because I'd half spoken to the guy, and he was going to get the workmen round, and now he'd seen the sheep, he'd realised what had happened.
I wonder if he'll just start talking to me and not realise.
I could see Jane, and I don't know why I didn't think anything of it because he's pouring with rain and she's sat down, and she's filming, so I think like she's just filming me walking back to her. He said no. I said I can go in. He said no. We get the workers in. I said it needs. I think. He said we.
Stu, have you noticed something? Oh. I'm sat in the frigging mud.
What are you doing?
I've fallen over and I can't get up. It's really slippy.
Stupid idiot. You're going to be filthy.
I am filthy.
Oh, for God's sake.
I absolutely knew he would walk back and just tell his story and not even notice that I was sat in a claggy clay ground.
Why did you go up on your own? Why didn't you go up the grass side? Oh, great.
That's what happened. I can't see because of the bloody mud.
So yeah, I got her up, and then obviously she's covered in mud. Come back and but the sheep's going to be fine. The main thing.
Yeah, the sheep's
Jane's fine, and the mother and the doorbell is still work in progress.
Yeah, we've still got that to sort out. So
It's definitely a walk around the village.
Yes, pretty
old
place.
village life, very pretty place, and I suspect the castle, obviously they're doing it up, so hopefully you'll be at a point where you can go and look on the inside, because I'd have really liked to have walked down the inside of that, because it's got some real history about it, I think. Well, after all that excitement, it's time to head for the city of Rouen.
We actually find a good day parking spot by the River Seine.
So we're literally having a quick lunch and then we're going to walk into Rouen, as we are probably about 3 hours behind schedule. Looks like we've got a bit of a laundry going on here, following this morning's adventure by off-roading Jane.
And it's about a 20 to 30 minute walk to the old town. If you're enjoying our videos, please help us by hitting that like button and subscribing. We start to get a sense that Rouen has lots to give. And we soon find out that there is a load of history above the street level. It's like a Spot the Red coat. I'm so pleased when he wears it. It's so much easier to find. We're heading to the cathedral first.
God, how do you even take a picture of that? We've seen a lot of buildings like that in our time, but I have never seen one that's so intricate. That's incredible.
And the inside does not disappoint either. These statues of famous prophets really catch your eye. And you feel that some are more flattering than others. And erosion is evident on a few of them. And I always light a candle in memory of family and friends past. It's definitely a place not to be rushed, and we simply sit and just soak in the beauty of the space. We take a walk around the outside and the cathedral seems to be ever present. As we explore the side streets, we start to realise that this city deserves more than just a few hours that we have today, and it's on our list to return someday. Joan of Arc is very much linked to this city and was brought from St Valery-sur-Somme, where we were in the previous episode. And as you can see, shops, bars, restaurants and cafes are in abundance. And it took all my strength to walk past this one in particular. This alley caught our eye with a nautical theme, but we're not sure why. And it even has its own Instagram page. And simply, it's a brilliant city. But now it's time for us to navigate our way out of here.
In 400 metres, turn left onto Cathedral and then keep right. Turn left now and then keep right.
Turn left and keep right.
In 300 metres, keep right and then make a U-turn.
Okay, traffic coming towards me.
And then make a U-turn.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh my god.
Make a U-turn now and then keep left.
Oh my god, let's hope he does it. It's not this. He doesn't know where he's either. Just do what he's done. Just do what he's done. I don't know. Oh god. Well, he's Dutch.
Go. I just want to do
Oh,
U-turn.
God,
Fuck
oh,
it,
God.
just go. What are you doing? Wrong going this way. Bye.
Sure we
Keep
have.
left now and then keep
It
left.
said no U-turn. Oh, for God's sake. I wouldn't even know where I was going right now. We'll be on some bloody TV programme. How we just take the
And drivers
U-turn.
abroad.
I did not see the sign until after we'd gone.
Well, that's a help,
It's-
Your Honour.
It's the bloody Dutch car in front of us.
Well,
He was
Dutch, he was
hesitant.
German, first of all.
He was Dutch.
He was German. What letter did he have?
D. Okay.
That is the most knobbiest thing you've said today.
I'm going to edit that out.
D is for Deutsch, which is German. NL is Dutch.
Oh, We've had a few fun junctions in this town. We're saying at this rate we're going to go home with about 10 envelopes waiting for us when we get home.
And finally, we're out and on our way to our target Parkup
Danger.
for the night.
So,
You have arrived at your destination.
It's all right.
so this is the River Seine. So we're just about 15 minutes outside of Rouen. It's a park for night. It's alright, it's a bit slopey. Just got to try and find the right angle for us.
We soon become aware of the size and the amount of shipping that uses this river for both pleasure and commercial reasons. And who needs a television when the river provides a continuous live stream of interest?
So, just to prove I do give Stu a night off occasionally, not very often, I have done the salad. But I've taken the easy option tonight and we're having chicken nuggets, which is more the sort of food our grandson eats, but hey, they're French chicken nuggets, so I'm sure they're fine. How nice it is. We've used the doors open a lot more on this trip.
Night off?
Yeah.
Have I got to do the dishes?
No, you get the whole night off.
Oh wow.
Special treat
In that case,
for
it's
getting us
fantastic.
out of that city.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe not unscathed.
Oh,
Looks
we
very
don't know
nice.
yet.
So chicken nuggets, salad, feta salad and boiled potatoes, very good. By the banks of the River Seine.
Before I do put it in the thing, I just wipe the excess water off, and then it just dries. We don't need a tea towel. So what we found in Ireland, when we were in Ireland, the tea towel was getting damp and then drying it, and then it smells, and all I've done is wipe that down with a wet cloth, and that's it. Just leave it for a couple of hours and put them away. It's made a huge difference. Bless Stu, he's got fish envy. It was really sweet actually. He arrived with his sons and they went off to get a worm, and they were so excited when they got a worm. Andrew, the azalea's not looking too good. We've had to give him an emergency water. God knows what's... If he makes it back, he's going to be a very lucky plant.
And with a welcome cuppa, we sit in the late sun.
attrape-le.
Très bien.
Good.
Mang.
Wow.
Wow. Oh.
Non, ce que tu fais.
And there's lots of screams and yelps of excitement.
Tenir la canne.
Viens, moi je le tiens avec elle.
Wow.
Wouhou. Oh, il est beau celui-là.
What sort of fish?
Oh. Oh, il est beau.
Bream?
Hein?
What sort of fish? Trout?
I don't know.
Oh. I think that's pushing the barge. No, that's pushing the barge. We'll get a bow wave from it in a minute, hitting the shore. Oh, it's gone cold.
Well, that's the end to a day full of memories. And although next to a river that doesn't sleep, I suspect nothing will stop us getting our fair share tonight.